Everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2012 movie The Avengers. Movie is written and directed by Joss Whedon, and from a story by Zach Penn and Joss Whedon. And this movie follows Nick Fury recruiting the Avengers to take on Loki, who is planning on having an army come and take over the world. The movie is really good. They did a really great job with the cast and everything. They had been building up this movie for about 4 years since the first Iron Man movie came out. And, it brings back people from characters from the previous 5 movies and everything, including Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. He's excellent, as he always is. Chris Evans as Captain America, once again perfect for the role as always. And Chris Hemsworth as Thor. He's really great in the role. That he still wasn't quite to where he is nowadays. I think he's a lot better now than he was back then, but he's still really good in this role. Samuel Jackson is back as Nick Fury. He has a much bigger role in this movie than he has in any of the other MCU movies and everything, so it was really cool getting to see him be a bigger role. Jeremy Renner returns as Hawkeye. He had a brief cameo in the first Thor movie, and he's really good in this one, although we don't really get to see much of Hawkeye because most of the movie he's his mind's being controlled by Loki, so we don't really get to see how Hawkeye is until like towards the last half of the movie. We don't really get to see much of him and everything, but Jeremy Renner does a great job playing him. And Scarlett Johansson plays Black Widow. She was great in the role as always. And Stellan Skarsgård returns as Dr. Selvig. He also was put under Loki's influence and everything, but he does a good job playing the character and everything. He kind of has this creepy look when he's under Loki's mind control and everything. It's really, but he does a really good job and everything. And Clark Gregg is back in this as Phil Coulson. He has a pretty important role in this movie and everything. Unfortunately, the character dies, but that's part of what brings the Avengers together and everything. I know that he's alive on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show. I think he came back to life. I'm not for sure how they did it because I haven't seen the show, so I don't really know much about it, but I really liked him as Agent Coulson in this and the other movies of Phase 1. I'm looking forward to seeing him in Captain Marvel. Gwyneth Paltrow has a brief role in this. It's Pepper Potts. I really like her in it. Chemistry between her and Robert Downey Jr. is still really good, like it always is. But this is a really good movie. It was the first big crossover event in the MCU, and it could have been a disaster and everything, but they did a really great job. Oh yeah, and I also forgot to mention Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner, also known as the Hulk. He took over Edward Norton from Edward Norton, who played him in The Incredible Hulk, and I think he was a much better fit for Bruce Banner and everything, and I was really glad that he took over because he fits the role a lot better, and his chemistry with the rest of the cast, especially Robert Downey Jr., is really good and everything. I think that he did a really great job playing Bruce Banner and everything. But this movie, for the most part, is pretty fast paced. Maybe the first 20 minutes or maybe a little bit slow, but once all of the characters really start getting together and everything, it starts flying by really fast. And then when you get to the last act of the movie, it goes by super fast. Everything, the whole Battle of New York, it goes by really quick. It's a lot of fun and everything. I love the way that the Battle of New York scene was filmed. The way they go different, showing all the characters fighting and side by side and all that. I love how just the way they did it. And I like my favorite part. I think there was when the Hulk is going on his rampage, and then and Thor's helping him, and then at the end he punches Thor. Just cracks me up every time. And the part when the Hulk is tossing Loki around like a dog would with a chew toy and everything. I thought that was pretty cool too. But the action scenes are really, really awesome in this movie. Some of the best in the MCU. Everything, and I think the Battle of New York might still be my favorite big battle scene in any of the Avenger movies. Although the Wakanda scene in Infinity War is really good, though. The score by Alan Silverstreet is really good. The music when they do that shot in New York when they do where it goes around all of the Avengers and everything, it just makes it feel epic and everything. I think he did a really good job on the score. I do think that his score for the Captain America, the First Avenger, was a lot better, but I think the score for this was done really well. The cinematography by Seamus McGarvey was really good. There's a lot of really cool scenes and everything, and his cinematography was really good. And the editing by Jeffrey Ford and Lisa Lasik was really good for the most part. I thought they did a really great job with that. But my main big complaint about this movie is the CGI is pretty bad at parts of it. There are some parts where the special effects are really good, but a lot of the CGI looks really, really terrible. But the movie and the way it's told and the characters and all that make up for it. So it's kind of easy to overlook the bad CGI because of how great the story and the characters are and everything. But besides the CGI, I don't really have a lot about this movie that I don't like. Like I said, it was maybe a little bit slow for the first 20 minutes or so, but this has a lot of really epic feeling scenes, like the first scene when Captain America and Iron Man meet, and then the scene when Iron Man and Thor are fighting in the forest, and there's just a lot of really great scenes in this movie, and it's really, really great movie. I like how it builds the tension between Captain America and Iron Man from the get-go. That plays out real heavily throughout the series. They don't get along from the get-go, but then they learn to get along to fight the big battles and stuff. So I like how they did that too and everything. And this was just a really, really fun movie, and definitely worth seeing if you are a fan of the MCU. I'm sure you've probably seen it millions of times, but if you're still new to it, I definitely would recommend checking it out. But it's probably best to watch all of the other MCU movies before. You don't really have to, but it helps, especially Captain America and Iron Man. But I'd give this movie a 9.5 out of 10. It's a lot of fun. It still holds up. It's a really great movie and a lot of fun to watch, and everything. And So, anyway, that's my review for the Avengers. If there's any top 10 lists or movie series rankings or movie reviews you'd like me to do, let me know in the comments, and I'll get to them as quick as I can. And I hope you enjoy this review, and let me know in the comments what you thought of the Avengers and who's your favorite Avenger. I'm kind of curious to see who your favorite character out of the Avengers is. But anyway, thank you and have a good day.